The Frierdiker Rebbe started to build this library in 1924. Part of it went from Rebbe to Rebbe, but till then there wasn't large libraries in the hands of religious communities. It was all state-run. So he wanted Meliubavitch should have a large international library.
I've seen numerous letters and appeals from the previous Rebbe in Europe before World War II. He's asking authors of books, or anyone who may have books of Jewish character, to send them to him for the Chabad library.
It was a very, very difficult period between the wars, running away from Russia.
Als Dämmel gefunden in Leningrad, war dort gewesen der Zehre und seine Szene bemjuchen. Und haben ihm gesagt, als ein Teil von den Sphären oder von den Ksovim wird nicht auslassen, dass Gentler bepasst ist. Als wird fahren mit den Bese und mit allen Sphären und mit allen Ksovim und Chulu. Und hat das Eis geführt und hat Messiah gewesen, was nach Eis gefahren. Und man hat gebracht die Sphären und die Ksovim ganz erhält, wo gefahren ist, als gekommen in Riga und dann noch in den chemischen Leachar.
Shortly after previous Rebbe came to America in 1940, we have letters that he sent to different agencies and individuals that this library is a rechush ha'ummah. It belongs to the Jewish people because our lives and souls are in the books and from the books.
The Rebbe in his period was always devoted to enlarge the library, to have one copy of every rare book that is available, that was available, any book that has to do with Yiddishkeit. Either it's halacha, Kabbalah, history, even those that are against Yiddishkeit, like the Sektia gave out thousands of booklets. There is a collection of them. In addition to that, there is a large archive, very rare books, manuscripts from each one of the Rabbim, starting from the Baal Shem Tov, which is the only written manuscript that we have from the Baal Shem Tov. The primary source of the material in the library is the Frierdiker Rebbe and the Rebbe that encouraged people around the world to send Sforim to the library, and the same is the other parts of the archive of the library.
Rebbe's von Hayat, von Mashab, von Vater, Rebbe's Vater, Chidush Levi Yitzchak al-Giti, hat man gedruckt von dem. Ich habe es geschickt von Erzisrael, ich habe es gefunden.
Jeder geschrieben, die ja, und ich habe gewisse Jahr verkehrt.
Ich handle mit den alten Sachen. Ich habe es gefunden mit der Pelle, mit der Gnise.
Das sind nicht genau die Sachen, dass ich nicht Kachadosh, weil Chadosh
ist.
Everything went into the library. Everything, even if it was not necessarily built on halacha.
This is Liz Harris, who wrote the book Holy Days.
Thank you very much for your book, and I hope you will have a second book. Ich habe schon eine ganze Bibliothek von eigenen Sphären, das hier da.
אמרת לי להמשיך, אז אני ממשיך.
שאלה טובה, הצלחה רבה.
אני אעשה את רבי צופיים, הוא דבר שברור. Ich will das versemmeln.
Das ist etwas, was wir schreiben in die tiefsten Privaten.
Ja, das Schare teuer, ja. Das ist eine Sache von was.
Es ist auch was mit Krüber, mich jetzt von Mann, das ist eine Sache. Jetzt hat er in das nicht gesagt, Allah has come.
During the late 70s, we found a significant part of the library that was left in Poland. We found it by somebody coming to ask if I could tell them by reading some microfilm who the author of that writing was. And as soon as I put them in the microfilm reader, I saw this was writing from the various Rebbes, going back several generations. I discussed with the Rebbe how to go about procuring those. There were various options, and the one the Rebbe selected was working through the United States Department of State. After about 5 years, 72 to 77 actually, of working with the governments, the Polish desk, and etc., they decided that they're going to return the books. And while the Rebbe was recovering since the heart attack, he was confined to his office. When he was scheduled to go home on a certain day, Rosh Chodesh Kislev, the day before that, he asked me if the books were prepared for him to come and look at. I said yes. He walked out of 770 for the first time since the heart attack. Walked into the library. He sat there for about an hour looking through the books, some printed and some manuscripts. And you could see there was a certain satisfaction over his face, that a certain serenity. And he remarked about some of the books, this is very, very dear, and this is very important.
Sprechen Sachen so, you have back on South Amazon. And that's the part that healed me, you pige Shui from Shua from Swali. Echt Shui.
I remember when Rebbe learned about the unfortunate occurrence of some books being stolen, very valuable books. He talked about it publicly.
מצד העניין השינוי שבזה, ונוח נרד העניין המשונה שבזה, ונוח נרד העניין הצער שבזה, ונוח נרד הצער המביל שבזה, wird machen das Bekitzer nicht das, was Muchrig zu erzählen, gedeiht zu bewahren in Atakola Mikanu Lehabe. Und da sie, dass eine gewähren 3, wo sie seien reingegangen in den Beschuss von Nissi der Reine von dem Bala Giula. Und wird von dort herausgenommen, Sפרים וכולו, wo sie kann am Morgen Laharir besehen.
We were very hurt to see how hurt the Rebbe was, how painful it was to him.
There was never a thing in the history of the Rebbe that we saw took him emotionally like this library.
2 von sie haben Machsil gewähnt, alles was sie haben dort genommen. Es ist eine sichere Sache, als Sof kol Sof wird der dritte umkehren. He
just had hoped that whoever took the books would return them in peace. And it didn't happen that way, so the federal court case began. It took a year. And on h'Teves, the 5th day of the month of Teves, we received the decision of the case from the federal court, and it was very much in the side of Chabad. The matter was settled once and for all. I remember bringing on h'Teves that maybe this whole thing happened because we're not using the books enough. Maybe we have to learn more intensively. This is a message to us. We should work more in understanding what the Torah teaches us to do and how to live.
On the next h'Teves, the Rebbe said a sicha, a special sicha by the Farbrengen, saying that this day of h'Teves, it's a Yom Zgula that each one should buy Sforim for himself and should donate to the library more Sforim.
Im letzten Sefer, was jetzt verdrückt, sie wird zu schicken.
No, ich habe von dem Sefer dort 4 Krochen, wir haben nur gebracht 1, ich kann allein schicken noch 3 Krochen.
Absurd ist das. Ich wollte die Bezahlung wegen der Geld.
אמר הדאטרה של בית אל והראש ישיבה, שביקש להביא לרב במיוחד.
זה ברכה במיוחד בשביל הספר. כש3 ספרים אבל $3. הצלח הרבי, פשוט הסכם. Das Familie ist ja, es geht nicht zu schnell Zeit, wenn ich schon lange Zeit habe, das zu lernen. Also so.
Das haben wir nicht von meinen Freunden, meine Kinder, das sind die Covid mit allen Kissen.
Schloch Rabbi. Also ich bin ja das ist der Matron, ein guter Schuh, der Matron. Er trägt ihn Land schon mit der Matron.